Hello boys and girls, and welcome to another video. This time something special for you guys. We're gonna test Honda CB500X with the Pillion and luggage. So I've loaded my bike with the luggage, and we're gonna make a long distance ride today, around maybe 600-700 kilometers, and see how this lovely machine behaves under that kind of load. So stick around and enjoy.
Jaši konja.
And let's go. So welcome back, guys. Let me tell you a little bit about this video. I wanted to test how Honda CB500X is like on longer distances with the Pillion and the luggage. We are at the moment in South Croatia, close to Dubrovnik, particularly in Neretva Valley, and we are riding north roughly around 700 kilometers, maybe a little less, but around 700 kilometers to get to the Zagreb city. So I wanted to test my Honda CB500X with the Pillion and with the luggage. I wanted to see how it behaves on faster speeds, on uphills, downhills, on different types of terrains. What's the comfort level and things like that. Is it even possible to ride long distances in a normal, decent and comfortable way with the Honda CB500X? Assuming that everyone would usually put a little bit of luggage on. So that's, guys, what we are trying to figure out in this video. So far things are looking good. I'll tell you in a moment a little bit about the bike setup. I'll tell you a little bit about the Pillion, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm expecting from this trip. So stick around and follow our impressions. So guys, I wanted to tell you a little bit about setup of the bike, about the Pillion and luggage and type of luggage I'm carrying with me on this, let's say, long distance trip with my Honda CB500X. So first, bike setup. I haven't done anything special to the bike. I wanted to keep it stock like it is from the factory. Of course, I do have certain add-ons which make a ride more comfortable, but nothing specific has been done on the bike. Nothing has been tuned specifically for this trip to keep things realistic as possible. All I've done is I've increased a little bit the pressure in both tires. I've done that on a front tire and a rear tire, and that's the only customized thing that I've done on a bike for this long distance Pillion ride. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the Pillion. Pillion riding with me is my kid, 13 years old, 65 kilos weight and around 100 centimeters tall. And I'm about 178 centimeters tall and around 90 kilos in weight. Yeah, I know I'm a little overweight, but yeah, what you can do. So we are about average male adult size. And guys, we are around 100 kilometers in our journey. I just want to check with my Pillion how are things, and how are you feeling after around 100 kilometers of riding?
Good. Very good.
Feeling good? Yeah, no pain?
No.
No.
A bit, no, but
A little bit in the butt. Yeah, but are you still feeling fresh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not tired. Okay, so we are continuing uphill. As you can see over here, we're gonna go this way, all the way up. And so far CB500X is acting normally. All parameters are normal. Bike has enough of power. It is struggling a little bit. Maybe I need to rev it a little bit higher, but so far things are looking very good. Only parameter that I saw it's maybe above average is fuel consumption. That's normal, I guess, but we'll see how will that go. We do have a lot of luggage. Yeah, all looks good so far. I'm really pleased with how bike is behaving, considering it's a 500cc engine. It's not lacking a power. I can overtake, and it just takes a little bit more power to, you know, keep the cruising speeds around 80 to 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, we'll check in a little later, and we are continuing now towards Zagreb. We have around 600 kilometers to go. So take it easy, guys. Let's go. Okay, now we are going a little uphill, and let's see, will that be a problem for CB500X? So far these inclines weren't a problem. I was even able to overtake, but let's see. This is really an excellent bike. I was expecting it to be worse with the luggage and Pillion, because there's a significant weight. And yeah, this was not a problem for CB500X. It's maybe around 10 degrees incline, so that's a pretty decent incline, and even with this amount of weight, CB500X is not having any issues. I do see fuel consumption goes in between 7 and 8 liters, which is huge for CB500X, but again, considering all aspects, that's okay. All right, few more hours, and we'll talk again. And guys, I turned the camera on. I want to show you this. This is a high incline. We are going very steep up. I wanted to show you how CB500X is handling that. So I have to shift to a lower gear. Bike doesn't seem to have any issues with that. I can feel a little bit more weight back, which is normal, and I can feel a lightness in front wheel, and I can see fuel consumption is going very up. We are now looking at around 10 liters per 100 kilometers. That's a significant fuel consumption, but it is a steep incline. I'm still not opening throttle fully, even though there a lot of weight. There's still linear power delivery on the bike. It's not like I have to open throttle and then wait for bike to pull. Bike pulls linearly throughout all gears. From maybe 4,000 revs, it starts to kind of, you know, be more alive. accept throttle more responsibly. Yeah, we are up, guys. No major issues, no issues in fact at all. Bike is handling these, let's say, challenging situations very well. The only unusual parameter is little softer suspension, so makes a bike wobble a little bit, but all controllable. And fuel consumption, which is significantly higher than the average. Alright, let's continue. And guys, we stopped what, like 100 kilometers more than last time?
Yes.
Yeah, and we wanna check how things are, how Pillion is feeling, how I'm feeling. I'll tell you a little bit. So what, 200 kilometers in a trip or something like that. How are you feeling?
My butt hurts, but it's okay.
Your butt is hurting a little more than it was 100 kilometers ago. All right, okay. So what about are you feeling tired? Are you? No. Okay. So yeah, we have maybe what, like 400 kilometers more to go, and so far so good. Yeah. And guys, we are now entering inner parts of Croatia with higher speeds, higher average speeds than Adriatic coastline, and I'll report my findings soon, how bike behaves on higher speeds. In general, so far so good. We are traveling totally normally. We are not feeling tired, and bike is going just fine. I'll have to fill up a petrol, so in maybe 300 kilometers we went from a full petrol tank to 2 lines and a reserve. So yeah, fuel consumption is maybe around double than it would when I'm riding alone and maybe without luggage. So far we maintained average speeds around 80-ish kilometers per hour, and in this area and next couple of 100 kilometers we'll probably ride on a speeds between 100 and 120 kilometers per hour. Maybe average would be, let's say, around 100. Realistically it's less, but you know. Guys, I just turned the camera on to show you reflection. You can see reflection over there in the mirror or something in the window, and you can see how bike sank a little bit, you know, because there's a weight on the back side. Yeah. All in all, are you feeling comfortable enough?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go, guys. We have plenty more to go. Steep incline again, guys. I just wanted to show you this. When going into corners sharply, front end of the bike is slightly out of control, which kind of can make this situation a little bit more dangerous. I can feel how it's slipping a little bit, you know. So in the corners like these, you know, I can feel front end a little bit. If I overrun it, it will wobble a little bit and start to lose control. Normal thing, if you ask me, for a bike that's been loaded with additional weight on the back side, but just, you know, can make things pretty scary at some corners if you forgot, you know, and you don't adjust the speed accordingly. I wouldn't say it's a CB500X issue, but I would say it's related slightly with soft suspension settings or soft suspension of the bike. But nothing to be worried about, nothing to complain about so far at all. I've just refueled my tank and we are continuing towards north. You can see what I was saying previously. Roads in inner Croatia are becoming wider and faster, and now we'll see how bike behaves on a faster, on a higher speeds. Besides wobbling, I would add one more thing. Sudden wind gusts, like when I was driving alone, you can feel, you know, how they are kind of affecting the handling of the bike. Again, manageable, nothing to complain about in that regard. Just, you know, you can feel a little bit of wind, how kind of shifts the bike. I would also add, when Pillion is changing, you know, position at the back because of lightness of a bike, I can feel, you know, how that affects me on the handlebars. Whenever Pillion goes from one butt cheek to another, you know, you can practically, you need to, you know, coordinate with the handlebar movements to annulate that transition. Nothing to complain about in that regard, you know, just things I'm noticing. As you can see, guys, CB500X is not lacking a power with the Pillion and the luggage. So power-wise, things are pretty good, I would say. Even on speeds above 100 kilometers per hour, power delivery is linear. Unbelievable how versatile and good this bike is. You can see maybe how bike is wobbling in a corner. I'm on stock tires, Dunlop Trail Max 50/50.